So I took the 2 strips of paper that I cut and I folded it over and went ahead and added it to the top of the bag. And then my video stopped. And I didn't realize that it had stopped at the point where I had already put in the inner liners. So I am going to show you how I put in my inner liners. Otherwise, I'd have to start all the way over and recreate this video. And I'm so far into it that I think I can pretty much explain it to you guys so you understand how to line it. So what we did was I cut 2 strips of paper that measured 3 by 8 7/8, folded it over in half, and put it on both sides just to kind of break up the flowery look of the paper. The next thing that what I needed to do so that you guys could see it was I needed to add my inner liner pieces. So I took 2 pieces of this contrasting paper and it measured 8 3/4 by 5 1/4. So I slid it in, slid it all the way to the bottom like that, and then I just kind of moved it around until it was positioned the way that I wanted. Came over to the other side, used the second sheet of 8 3/4 by 5 1/4 inch paper, glued it really well, slid it all the way in, pushed it down, and smoothed it out. And then I lined a piece of 3 by 8 7/8 inch chipboard with more of the contrasting paper, glued the bottom of it, and just slid it in. I'm so sorry that my video stopped and I wasn't aware of it. Otherwise, I would have preferred that you guys saw this step of the process. But I think the important thing was to learn how to build the bag, and lining it is really pretty simple. Just take 2 pieces of paper, cover the inside panels, and then slide in another piece of covered chipboard. And there you have it. Next, we need to add our handles. So the way that I add handles is I take 2 strips of 2 by 12 inch paper and I fold it over onto itself. So I like to fold it once and then fold it again. Let me show you what I mean. So I take my paper and I fold it all the way down, and then I fold it over onto itself. And what this does is it gives me a very strong, very sturdy handle, and I glue it down. Then I just roll it along my desk to kind of get that rounded look, or you can take your bone folder and round it as well. And now, let's add our handles. And what we need to get chain handles, it's nothing magical. It's simply keychain parts. So this is the part that you would use to make a keychain. It's got that opening, the chain part, and all I do is I like to take one of these, connect it to one of these, depending on the length that I'm going for. If I'm going for a much longer length, I will double up on my chains. But all I'm doing at this point is I'm going to take this piece. I'm not even going to use that right now. I'm going to take this piece, feed it through there, and I've got the chain piece that's going to sit through there. So I'm going to go ahead and connect all of these. And I get my chains from Amazon.com. Do this so you can see it. Okay, now I know what I'm doing wrong. I'm like, why is this not looking right? Now I know why, because I had the two wrong pieces trying to put them together. Feed this last one through. And what you'll have are 4 components that look like this. Then what I do is I take my crocodile and I set my crocodile on the 3/16 hole. And when you punch your hole, you don't want to go too far down. You don't want to go too far down on your paper, because you've still got to feed those through and it'll make it very hard. So I normally like to come about this far down, and I like to come in because I like for my handles to be fairly close together. So I normally come about like that. Hopefully you can see those dots. I usually come down about this far and this far in from the side. So now I'm going to punch my hole. Try to line it up with that dot I made. Let's punch it. And you should have 2 holes like that. So then what you need to do is you need to take this, feed it through, fold it over. Use hot glue. And then just hold it. Then you want to take another one, and you want to do the same thing on the opposite end. And you want to try to make sure that these two are pretty equal. And I do these handles one at a time. I don't go ahead and make the second one, adding the chains to it, because in case I need to do any adjusting on the other side, that's when I'll do it. I don't want to go ahead and just build it and fold these pieces over and then have to adjust it later because it's a little bit longer or it's too short. Okay, so we've got our handle, and what we want to do is go ahead and separate that. Don't open it too far because then it won't close as pretty as it should. And then just feed it through the hole. Until it stops. And let's do this side. Let's just take it. Oops. This is really hard on my fingernails. Get it started through the hole and just turn it. And then you're left with this. this is what you have. So now we'll go ahead and do the other side. So I'm simply going to try to mark it as close as I can, eyeballing it, and just trying to match it up. I'm going to come back in with my crocodile set at 3/16. Make my hole. Then I am going to go ahead and make my chain or my handle. Placing my glue. Just hold it for a second. And then let's do the other one. No, let's not do the other one. Let's go ahead and link this through. Before we do the other side, because this is how we make adjustments if we need to. Okay, so we've got this and we've got this. So let's go ahead and pull this through. Place that there. And I think I have a pretty good fit. If it was too short, I would have reduced this. If it was too long, I would pull it up a little bit more. But it seemed to be pretty good. Place my glue. And now I can come back and string this through. And there you have it. Once you put the handles, I mean, you take the look of this bag to a whole new level. So you don't have to stop here. You can actually embellish. You can come in with a nice set of paper flowers and put flowers here. You can add a pocket. You can put some type of a saying on here. You can even use the little card tags that come in the pack, cut them up and make some charms like I did for Dina's. But this is our completed bag from top to bottom. We've got our feet, we've got a really well constructed side, very sturdy body, strong chain handle, gorgeous inside. Once you make yours, you're going to be so pleased and you'll be very addicted that you probably won't go back to making gift bags the old-fashioned way. You will make them this way because this is something that, yeah, you're going to give a gift in it, but that person is going to take the gift out and then they're left with this. You don't just throw this away, not until it eventually falls apart. You don't throw it away, you use it. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. I'm really sorry that my video stopped recording without me realizing that you weren't getting to see me actually place the inside liner pieces, but I think that you got it. If not, you can just contact me and I'll walk you through the process no problem. But I'll be making more videos, so I'll be going over that process again. And I hope that you have fun making this. And when you make it, please share with the group because I would love to see what you guys come up with. Thank you so much. Have a great day.